And here we go again, another practice officially in the books, but this time between the New York Giants and the New York Jets. Today was insane, a couple of fights breaking out, but more importantly, Aaron Rodgers looking really good. We had some guys really start to dominate, showcase why they're going to position themselves to break out this season. And in this video, we're going to talk all about the news, the notes, the highlights, the observations from today's joint practice between the Giants and the Jets. Before we jump in though, do me a favor guys and comment down below 2 players who you think are going to break out this season for either team. If you're a Jets fan, let me know your 2. If you're a Giants fan, let me know your 2. But also, do me a big favor and go give a follow to all of the Jets and Giants media members on X right now, because I guarantee you, 1, you won't regret it. Because today it literally felt like I was at practice because of all the highlights they were posting from today. Got to see a little bit of Malik Neighbors, Daniel Jones, and some other guys as well. Literally, guys, I promise you, you will not regret it. So go follow them on X. And with that being said, let's kind of dive into the video. So first things first, let's talk a little bit about 7-on-7s. Now, I'm not going to have the film to match up with what I'm saying, so you guys are going to have to, really just pay attention to both at the same time. If it's annoying, then maybe just mute me now and then go back and listen to what I have to say later. But with that being said, let's kind of jump in. So they started off with 7-on-7 drills. Daniel Jones threw the first pass of 7-on-7s to Malik Neighbors on a deep shot. Really good coverage by Brandon Echols, and he ended up breaking it up. Second attempt was also to Neighbors on a drag route. It was a very low pass, terrible pass by Daniel Jones. Actually bounced off Malik Neighbors' foot, and then DJ Reed was in coverage on that one. So they started off 0-2, and then we had the Jets offense coming up, and Bobby O picked off Aaron Rodgers. But then later on, they called a defensive holding on that same play. Drew Phillips was called for it. So good job by Bobby O. Not a great job by Drew Phillips. Then what else do we see? We saw Aaron Rodgers continuing to go against Banks. There was 4 completions on him for 4 first downs. So keep that in mind. Banks definitely not the best practice to at least start. But again, Aaron Rodgers, had a guy he wanted to throw to, and that's basically what he did. We saw Jets versus Giants full team, drive down the field, nearly a long touchdown pass to Garrett Wilson. He caught it on Banks, but that one was out of bounds. The next play was Rodgers going right back at him for a first down. That was his 3rd catch on that drive. 4 targets. Garrett Wilson probably going to be a guy who gets a ton of opportunity with this football team. Had also a long touchdown versus McLeod. He was on, or covering him on that specific play. I mean, every time that ball is going to Garrett Wilson, man, you can just tell something electric is going to happen. Then we had another drill. Daniel Jones found Wan'Dale Robinson over the middle for a first down on 3rd and 10. That was some good movement of the chains there. We also saw Daniel Jones having a big gain over the middle to Theo Johnson, but Theo Johnson actually dropped the ball versus Sauce Gardner. Would have been a massive pickup, something that you'd want to see, but couldn't hold on. Jeremy Rucker had a nice catch over the middle, just using his fingertips. That was cool to see. Had some more Sauce Gardner versus Malik Neighbors. Hasn't really happened too much in today's practice, but we did see it a little bit, and today was definitely a good sign of that. Those guys are going head-to-head a ton. Or not a ton, but obviously when they do, it's electric, right? That's kind of what I was trying to say there. We saw Will McDonald and Jermaine Johnson combine for a couple of sacks. I feel like Jermaine Johnson had a really good practice. Quinnen Williams was dominating the offensive line for the Giants, which when you look at the Jets defensive line, I mean, they are hungry, man. Like we said, Jermaine Johnson, Will McDonald, Quinnen Williams, these guys are big and they know how to get the pressure on the quarterback. So we saw that a lot today. But on the other side, we saw a fun matchup between Brian Burns and Tyron Smith, right? Thibodeau actually switched to the other side and allowed Brian Burns to attack Tyron Smith, and that was probably one of the most fun matchups to see during today's practice. We also saw Daniel Jones throw to Malik Neighbors 4 times in a row Neighbors had 2 catches. We did have a PBU versus Echoes on a deep shot, like we said earlier. We had the bad ball. We also had a completion over the middle for about 15 plus yards. That one was on Sauce Gardner. We had a short over the middle PA rollout, which was completed to Malik Neighbors. Now, before we get any further into this video, guys, do me a big favor. Hit the like button, but more importantly, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free, it doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Giants and the Jets throughout the remainder of the offseason. Every single preseason football game, we got you guys covered. Regular season games, we've got you guys covered, and we've been breaking down a ton of film throughout preseason so far. If you guys want more of that, just comment down below more film, and I'll make sure to drop another video for you guys over the next few days covering the Giants and the Jets. So make sure you guys let me know in the comments down below. Join the family. Follow my Twitch if you want to watch some of these games with me. And yeah, link will be in the description. Let's kind of get right back into the video. We saw Aaron Rodgers hit Breece Hall in the end zone with a laser. That was cool to see. Tyron Smith, once Thibodeau came back to the other side, he started dominating on that left side, so that was cool to see. Daniel Jones threw a touchdown to Manhurts on a rollout. We also saw Chuck Clark absolutely demoralize Eric Gray on a hit. You know, Eric Gray has been someone who's been getting just nailed in practices so far. So hopefully he's okay. Daniel Jones also had another red zone touchdown. This one to, or actually he had a touchdown run. The touchdown scramble. He also hit Malik Neighbors on a catch, beating DJ Reed on a drag. So got the the comeback on that drag. We had Javon Kinlaw get a sack on Daniel Jones. Let's see, what else do we really have here? So, Daniel Jones found Theo Johnson on the sideline. That was cool to see. Tyler Nubin was working with the first team. Theo Johnson was tight end 1. Isaiah Simmons was the second linebacker. Starting with the ones, right? Greg Van Roan and Aaron Stinney were at guard, with John Michael Schmitz at center. Deontay Banks and Trey Hawkins were on the outside with Drew Phillips in the slot. Let's see, what else here? Alan Lazard beat Hawkins for a touchdown. That was a nice little 8-play drive. Aaron Rodgers was 6 of 7 with that touchdown at the end. Like we said, Deontay Banks gave up 3 first downs on that drive specifically. And then the Giants offense struggled a little bit, went 3-0, had a 3-yard pass to Neighbors, had a Neighbors dropped, had an incomplete to Slayton, and then another incompletion to Slayton as well. But overall, today's practice was kind of insane. I do want to show you a little bit more highlights here, and then we'll kind of just let you guys watch it without me yapping, so you guys can kind of just relax, right? We also saw Brownlee get a touchdown. That was cool to see. Sauce Gardner was celebrating on the sidelines. Man, he's always getting it going, so that's fun to see. We had a 51-yard bomb, right? That was a 51-yard bomb to Jason Brownlee. Beat Goodrich. Tremendous catch. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's probably some more highlights I want to show you, but I'm going to end it here. Make sure you guys join the family. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on post notifications. And, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.